There is a popular idea that staying slim requires a gym membership, exhausting workouts, and the discipline to resist food every single day. But look closely at people who maintain a stable weight for years, and you will often notice something less dramatic. They are not always exercising harder. They are not always eating tiny meals. And they are definitely not perfect. What they have is a collection of small eating habits that quietly prevent excess calories from becoming automatic. This does not mean exercise is useless. Movement matters for your heart, your muscles, your mood, your sleep, and your long-term health. But you do not need to live inside a gym to improve the way you eat. The real goal is not to fight hunger with willpower. It is to create a routine in which staying slim requires fewer difficult decisions. Here are 7 eating habits that can make it much easier. The first habit is to stop drinking so many calories. The easiest calories to overlook are often the ones you never chew. A sweet coffee on the way to work. A soda with lunch. A bottle of juice in the afternoon. A milk tea after dinner. None of these drinks may feel like a meal, but together, they can add a surprising amount of sugar and energy without replacing the food you were already going to eat. That is the problem with drinking calories. The drink disappears quickly, but your appetite may not disappear with it. You do not have to ban every sweet drink forever. Just stop treating them as the default. Let water, sparkling water, unsweetened tea, or plain coffee become your normal choice. Then let sweeter drinks become something you choose deliberately, rather than something that happens automatically. You can still enjoy them. But now, you are drinking them because you decided to, not simply because they were there. The second habit is to give every meal a clear structure. Many people try to control their weight by removing food. No bread. No rice. No dinner. No dessert. But a meal built entirely around restriction often leaves you thinking about food again an hour later. Instead of asking, "What am I not allowed to eat?" ask a different question. What does this meal need? Start with a source of protein, such as eggs, fish, chicken, yogurt, tofu, beans, or lentils. Add vegetables or fruit. Then include a reasonable portion of rice, bread, potatoes, pasta, or another food you enjoy. The purpose is not to create a perfect plate. It is to create a meal that actually feels like a meal. A plate with some protein, produce, and a sensible amount of carbohydrates is often easier to live with than a plate designed only to contain as little food as possible. When your meals feel complete, random snacking becomes less powerful. You stop spending the entire afternoon searching for the satisfaction that lunch failed to provide. The third habit is to avoid waiting until you are desperate to eat. Extreme hunger changes the way food looks. When you have gone too long without eating, you are less likely to patiently prepare a balanced meal. You are more likely to choose whatever is fastest, largest, and most rewarding. This is why skipping food all day can sometimes end with eating far more than planned at night. Some people enjoy eating fewer meals. Others feel better with regular meals and a planned snack. There is no single eating schedule that works perfectly for everyone. The useful habit is simply this. Learn to notice the point where normal hunger becomes desperation. Do not build your entire eating strategy around reaching that point, and then expecting yourself to make a calm, disciplined decision. Keep a few simple options available. Fruit and yogurt. Eggs and toast. A sandwich. Soap. Leftovers from dinner. Or anything that can become a real meal before extreme hunger takes control of the decision. Planning one simple meal is usually easier than trying to control yourself when everything suddenly looks irresistible. The fourth habit is to decide the portion before you start eating. Food packages are designed to store food. They are not designed to tell your brain when to stop. When you sit down with a large bag of chips, a box of cookies, or a container of ice cream, there is no clear ending. Your hand can keep moving long after the experience has stopped being satisfying. So create an ending before the first bite. Put the food into a bowl. Place the dessert on a plate. Pour the drink into a glass. Then put the original package away. This is not about choosing the smallest possible portion. It is about making the amount visible. When you can see the full portion in front of you, your meal has a beginning and an ending. You can always decide to have more. But now, the second portion becomes a conscious choice. Instead of a movement, your hand repeats without your attention. There is a major difference between deciding to eat more and simply realizing that the package is empty. The fifth habit is to slow down enough to notice the meal. A fast meal can feel strangely incomplete. You finish eating, look at the empty plate, and your brain still seems to be waiting for the experience to begin. Slowing down does not require chewing every bite 30 times, and it does not require turning dinner into a meditation exercise. Start with something simpler. Put the fork down occasionally. Take a drink of water. Spend a moment actually tasting the food. Stop scrolling through your phone while you eat. And when the first portion is finished, wait a few minutes before immediately getting more. Slower eating may help some people feel fuller and reduce how much they consume. But more importantly, slowing down gives you a chance to notice the difference between two feelings. I am still physically hungry, and I could continue eating. Those are not always the same feeling. Food can still taste good after your body has received enough of it. Slowing down helps you notice when enjoyment has turned into automatic repetition. The sixth habit is to make the better choice, the easier choice. People often blame themselves for having weak willpower while living in an environment designed to defeat it. Cookies are visible on the desk. Delivery apps are one tap away. The fruit is hidden at the bottom of the refrigerator. And every healthier meal requires 20 minutes of preparation. In that environment, the convenient choice will usually win. So change the competition. Keep water where you can see it. Put ready-to-eat fruit near the front of the refrigerator. Prepare a few basic foods in advance. Do not store your most tempting snacks beside the place where you work, watch television, or play games. And keep 1 or 2 simple meals available for the days when you are tired. This might be frozen vegetables, eggs, soup, pre-cooked rice, canned beans, yogurt, or leftovers. The specific food matters less than the convenience. You do not always rise to the level of your intentions at the end of a long day. More often, you fall to the level of what is easiest. A good environment does not remove freedom. It simply makes your better decision require less effort. The seventh habit is to stop trying to eat perfectly. Perfection sounds disciplined, but it often creates the exact behavior people are trying to avoid. You eat one cookie and think the day is ruined. You order pizza and decide the diet can restart on Monday. You eat more than planned at dinner, then punish yourself by skipping breakfast. This is all or nothing eating. And it turns one ordinary choice into an entire cycle. One meal does not create your body. One dessert does not erase your progress. And one imperfect day does not require punishment. Enjoy the food. Notice how much you had. Then, return to your normal routine at the next meal. Do not try to compensate by starving yourself or forcing yourself through an exhausting workout. That only keeps the cycle alive. The people who maintain their habits are not the people who never leave the plan. They are the people who know how to return without turning a small mistake into a crisis. Consistency is not the absence of imperfect choices. Consistency is the ability to continue after them. Staying slim is not about winning a battle against food every day. It is about making overeating less automatic. Drink fewer calories. Build meals that feel complete. Do not let normal hunger become desperation. Make your portions visible before you begin. Slow down enough to notice when you have had enough. Design your environment so that the better choice is also the easier choice. And leave room for food you simply enjoy. You do not need to live inside a gym. You do not need to count every calorie. And you do not need a perfect diet. You need a small group of habits that continue working after your motivation disappears. Because your body is rarely shaped by what you do once. It is shaped by what you repeat without thinking. This is human in progress. Not perfect. Just getting better, one habit at a time.